Hey folks, Kathy Williams-Devries here, bringing you a tutorial video on a list 3 piece in the clarinet syllabus, Samba Diablo, written by Colin Radford, who was a member of the Grenadier Guards Band for 20 years. Studied in Cambridge and is a freelance composer. Really funny little piece. I think the best way to play this is to analyse the chordal structure, as that will enable you to learn it quicker, and also to look at the articulation, because you've got the articulation where it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's why I suggest that you learn your scales with different articulations. So when you learn your scales, all slurred and then all tongued, and then 2 slurred, 2 tongued, and then 2 tongued, 2 slurred, and then you start learning 1 tongued, 2 slurred, and then 2 slurred, 2 slurred, and then 1 tongued, 2 slurred, 2 slurred, 2 slurred. Because in this particular piece, especially when you're working around bars 12 and onwards, you've got this you want to get that happening, and then it keeps going. So there's a few things you can, what I recommend when you learn a piece such as this is not to tackle everything at once, because it'll freak you out. So perhaps what we'll do first is look at the notes. Always helps. And what we've got here is we're sort of playing around a few different notes. So the first 2 bars are actually the same, except that you're an octave apart. So because the fastest you have to go is only 76. And what I would recommend also with the crescendo is to make it quite sudden, because the samba, of course, is a pretty kind of sexy dance, plus you've got the devilish element in it as well, so that in the second bar, in the higher E, you really want to hit that quite so it's exciting. So that it's very exciting, especially when you go to piano in bar 3. So that and really make the B natural in the fourth bar, quite unexpected, so that and what I like to do is to really emphasize that funny little articulation. I'm starting to really like this piece. So if you look at the chord, kind of centers around and then so it centers around a couple of different chords. So it centers around a couple of chords. And then you've got this really, and what it's doing actually is it's playing around the A, because the B is just a passing note. And that occurs right through actually. I mean, even from the beginning, the B flat is just a mere passing note, which is playing around the A. So it's all playing around the A, and it continues on in bar 11, except that we're not doing a chord anymore. It's much closer, and then in the next bar we're playing around sort of E's and F's. And you can really emphasize those. So what I would do in bars 12 would be which is quite fun. You can really have a lot of fun here. Make the crescendo in bar 15 quite like a rush, but then you can just die off naturally because you're going back into the throat tones anyway. So and then subito piano, suddenly piano. And make that quite sudden, that crescendo at bar 28. Sorry, I haven't looked at this bit yet, and this is fun. So it's a little bit different. Because you're looking at a diminished chord. because you're actually looking at a sort of E diminished chord. Sorry, F diminished, D diminished chord, which is something different. Well, diminished chords can start on any note. In this case, I think it would start on the G sharp because we've been doing so much work with the A. And also, while the crescendo in bar 32 is quite sudden, the decrescendo is very, very gradual, and you can just let that naturally come down the clarinet. So, which is quite a deal of fun. So I'm going to take this at a few different speeds. So it only goes at 76 anyway. I'll take it at 50 so that you can play along. So that's at 50. That's quite a reasonable speed. Now I'll take it at 60. and then I'll take it at the correct speed. Let me try that again. I've got that wrong this time too. Well, something like that anyway. I'm getting a bit tired. So, yeah, it gives you some idea of how you want to be playing that. Hope that's been of some assistance. Thanks for listening and bye for now.